tamed and almost tireless, might well stand as a symbol of the great American West. Long before the pioneers invaded the vast prairies and mountains, these horses were their own masters there. The stallions fighting for supremacy of the herd, little dreaming that they who were fighting for mastery would soon be mastered themselves by two-legged creatures from far away. In the heart of the Mustang country, large bands rove the prairies and plains. Once broken to man's need, they became indispensable to him in developing the great Western Empire. More important in many ways than the stagecoach and the six-gun, the wild horses of the early days served any frontiersman who could capture and control it. The West was conquered, then tamed, by the men who rode horses. After the savage Indian Wars, the United States cavalry depended on the wild horses for remounting their troops. Trapping and breaking these four-footed outlaws became important business. In the 80s, I was employed by the government to help obtain remounts for the Army.
Good eye.
Well, Bronk, now that you've leased it from Uncle Sam, what do you think of Whispering Ray?
Great, Steve. 50,000 acres of the finest grazing land in the country. I can hardly believe it's mine. I've you to thank for it, Steve.
Well, if you're going to raise horses for the Army, you'll need plenty of room. It's up to us government agents to issue range leases to folks who mean business. Look there. Nice bunch of Mustangs there. And according to rules and regulations, they're all yours.
That means I'll be able to start delivering remounts to the cavalry right off.
That's what we're hoping.
Ooh. Nice shooting, Steve.
That's one cougar that won't cheat the Army out of remounts. Now, if there's anything you don't understand about your lease...
No, it's all right, Steve.
Well, goodbye, Brock. Good luck with your new Flying M horse ranch.
Thanks, Steve.
Baby could ride him. A nitwit could ride him. I could ride him. Shame, shame, put it in time. Could ride a rocking horse. Ooh. Captain Barham, let me ride one of them wild bucking horses, will you? Boy, I got a good system. I call it the Smiley Burnette bronc peeling technique, or have I told you?
Yes, you've told me.
Well, I know I've told you, but let me show you how it works, will you? You've heard of horse sense, haven't you? I don't use it. I hypnotize it.
Look, Smiley, you've told me this tale 127 and a half
I know, but I don't want to tell you anymore. I want to prove it to you. Now, look, you want horses for the cavalry, don't you? But you're not taking advantage of this wonderful system for breaking them to saddle. Oh, hi, Steve.
Hey,
if you was to...
Steve, I'm sure glad you're here. Smiley's after me again.
Yeah, so I noticed.
Well, use your influence on him, will you, Steve?
You know, Captain, letting Smiley have his way might be the only cure for his trouble.
I think maybe you're right.
Now, that's the old talk. If I don't ride one of them knotheads, I'll eat my hat, the hat band and all.
All right, Smiley, go out and have the boys put you up on Red Devil.
Red Devil it is. Go on. Ride it. Red Devil. Did I hear you say Red Devil?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
I see Bronc Masters isn't here yet.
No, I've been expecting him all morning. He's usually very punctual.
When they round up those Mustangs on his ranch, you'll be in good shape for horses, Captain.
I'm counting on his wild herds to save the day for us. Uh-oh, he's up on Red Devil. I hope his insurance is paid up.
Let her go! Hang on, Smiley!
Thought you said you were a champion bronc stomper, Smiley.
Well, I am, but that horse would shake his own skin off. Well, I couldn't hypnotize that old horse, because when I was sitting in the saddle, I couldn't stare him in the eye.
Say, you haven't forgotten what you said about eating that hat, have you?
Oh, yeah. You wouldn't have any salt, would you?
No.
Oh. Oh, I forgot I carry my own.
He's gonna do it.
Well, I reckon it's my turn.
No, not Red Devil, Steve. No one's ever been able to stay on him.
Well, no wonder I couldn't ride him. Fine friends you turned out to be, double-crossing the pal. Well, let me tell you something, Steve. That mallet head's middle initials is Boot Hill.
It's time we changed his name.
I'd hate to see Steve get hurt.
Well, nobody worried about me getting hurt.
You don't have to eat any more of that hat, Smiley.
What do you think? Pretty good.
Well, if anyone can tame that horse, it'll be Steve.
No, that Red Devil will do a hoedown on his gizzard. Wait and see. All right, turn him loose.
There he goes.
Attaboy, Steve! Ride him! Turn him inside out, boy! I told you could ride him, man. Look at that, boy! Out of it! Then look at him! Hey, go there, boy! Look at that man right there, boy! Yeah, that was a good ride, Steve. I told you to ride him, didn't I? You did.
You make a mighty fine cavalry horse.
That was one of the nicest rides I've seen in a long time, Steve.
Thank you, Captain.
Yeah, that was a wonderful ride, Steve. You couldn't have done no better if I'd have taught you how myself.
Oh, thank you too, Smiley.
Hey, that's Grat Hanlon and his sidekick Bunko.
Now let me do most of the talking.
Okay.
Ain't that the no-good hombres that tried to beat bronc masters out of his land?
Yeah, you're right.
They're looking for me, tell them I ain't to home.
Howdy, Captain.
Hello, Hamlin.
You're waiting to see Brock Masters. You're gonna have to wait a long time.
Why?
What are you driving at?
Man with a broken neck don't usually keep appointments, that's all.
We found him out near the wild horse herds in Cyclone Canyon. Looked like his horse had thrown him.
That's terrible.
We took his body into Split Rock before coming here.
Bronc Masters was too good a rider to be thrown from his horse.
You're gonna have a hard time proving anything else happened to him.
Maybe. But I think I'll have a look around just the same.
Well, Captain, we'll see you later. Come on, Bunko. We'd better follow him up. We don't want him interfering with the men who are running off the horses.
This is the Durango Kid. Hide out, Raider.
Stop talking. Who are you working for?
It's Durango. He's got Stanley.
Come on, speak up. Come on. You know, Captain, a good business for me would be the bronc busting business, excepting that there ain't enough horses. After what happened to bronc masters, I think the Army's going to be lucky if they see enough horses to make a single file. But I've got an idea. I got a humdinger of an idea. I'm going to get me an empty store, and I'm going into the coffin business.
Why don't you just get yourself in a coffin?
And I'm going to have a big opening, a slam-bang funeral parlor opening, and you're invited, Captain. I want you to come, be sure. Hey, don't shoot me. I ain't done nothing. Mr. Helen, I want to talk to you just a minute. You know that old store you got for rent? I want to rent it.
What for?
Oh, that place is just spooky enough to make a fine undertaking parlor. Now, here's what I figured out. You set me up in business, and Bunko can supply me with customers.
That ain't funny.
Well, then, Bunko, you can be my first customer. How's about it?
You got any money?
Yeah, I got money. Just a minute here. How much you want?
That'll be enough. The store's yours for a month. Come on, Bunko.
How do you like that?
Boy, that's
Victor,
all right.
professional.
Where are you going to get the flowers, Smiley?
Flowers.
My gosh, I forgot all about that. I reckon them outlaws won't really care, though, huh?
No, they don't care about that.
Boys, I sure do appreciate you helping me clean this old place up. Come on in a little while, will you?
Sure. Glad to see it.
Oh, say, fellers, you better get your instruments because I'm going to practice my song and I'm going to use it at the grand opening.
You bet, Smiley.
Take care of this for me, Doc. Thanks. When the man from the mountain comes down to get me, don't nobody cry, boys, don't nobody grieve. Don't you buy me no flowers, boys, don't let anyone weep. I'll be resting so nice, boys, and I'll be getting some sleep.
You'll be getting some sleep.
Oh, never you mind, just don't ever wake me up.
Don't nobody cry.
Don't be wasting them tears.
Don't nobody weep.
Go ahead, you got to tell me.
You'll be getting some sleep.
Oh, listen to me snore.
You'll be getting some sleep.
Got to keep it nice and quiet.
Don't nobody cry.
Got to weep while I'm
You'll be
sleeping.
getting some sleep.
I'll be getting some sleep. No more chores in the morning. No more work to be done. And don't let them tell you that sleeping ain't fun.
Well, it sure sounds attractive. It don't matter just how.
Oh, no, some other time, boys. I ain't sleepy right now.
You'll be getting some sleep.
Oh, never you
Yes,
mind.
You'll be getting some sleep.
Just don't ever wake me up.
Don't nobody cry.
Don't be wasting them tears.
Don't nobody weep.
Go ahead, you got to tell me.
You'll be getting some sleep.
Oh, listen to me
Yes,
snore.
You'll be getting some sleep.
Got to keep it nice and
Don't
quiet.
nobody cry.
Got to weep while I'm sleeping.
You'll be getting some sleep.
I'll be getting some sleep. Hiya, Steve.
Hello, Smiley. Well, I see you all set for business. Music and everything.
Yeah, sure am. All I need's customers now.
What's that, the ghost of your past?
Ah, be careful how you talk about old Doc. That's my partner.
Well, you hang on to him, Smiley. I have an idea he's going to come in handy.
I reckon you know about the town meeting tonight.
Yeah, Captain Barham's going to award a contract to the outfit making the best bid on delivering horses to the Army.
Yeah, Grat Hanlon will get that contract just as sure as skunks ain't fragrant. He's bound to with Bronc Masters out of the running, ain't he?
No, I wouldn't be too sure about that. Hanlon's due for a surprise tonight.
Yeah?
Yeah, and you're going to help me with it.
Who, me? What you want me to do?
You be on tap, Smiley. Just be on tap.
Gentlemen, gentlemen. If we're to continue these proceedings, we must maintain order.
Captain Barnum, will you please listen to me, sir?
Your name, sir?
Fuller, Brett Fuller. I'd like to bid for that contract with a guarantee of 50 head of horses every 30 days. Broke to saddle and delivered to the government at $60 a head.
Captain,
Mr. Hanlon.
what's 50 head of horse a month to the Army? I'll guarantee to deliver 300 head a month.
300? Why, that's impossible.
Not if you know where to get them.
Mr. Chairman,
Steve Reynolds.
when Grat Hanlon guarantees to deliver 300 head of horses a month, he's referring to Bronc Masters' herd.
Bronc Masters is dead, and that herd don't belong to anybody. Them Mustangs go to the first man who can round them up.
You're sure of that, are you? It's time Grat Hanlon got his facts straight. Folks, you're about to meet the new owner of those wild Mustang herds. Bring him down, Smiley. Johnny, I want you to shake hands with Captain Barham.
Okay, Mom.
Hiya, Johnny.
Johnny Masters is the only living heir to Bronc Masters' horses.
This kid's an Indian.
But that doesn't keep him from being his adopted son. It all happened when Johnny's father saved Bronc's life. Later, the boy's father and mother died in the smallpox epidemic that took so many Indians. Then Bronc looked up Johnny and proceeded to take the necessary legal steps to make him his adopted son. Here's the proof. The adoption papers, signed by Bronc Masters and witnessed by myself and 2 other men.
If Bronc did have an adopted son, why didn't he keep him around?
He planned to as soon as he was settled. Meanwhile, Johnny's been spending time with his parents' tribe.
Supposing this kid does own the wild horses, how's he going to make delivery?
Captain Barham, I'll deliver those horses for Johnny. 300 head a month. Any more questions, Hanlon?
I went back and hung around the hotel like you said. The kid's staying overnight. He's sleeping in a room on the 2nd floor, number 8.
Room number 8. Get him. Johnny, what happened?
My leg, I think it's broke.
Smiley, get the doctor quick.
It's all right, son.
The important thing is to keep from moving this leg, Johnny.
Me can't help run up horses.
Well, now, don't you worry none about it. When it comes to herding old wild Mustangs, Smiley Burnette ain't got no equal nowhere and no...
May I come in?
No!
Who was the man after Johnny? Did they find out?
Not yet, Doc. Steve Reynolds was still trying to round up someone who had seen him before.
Grant Hanlon, you got more crust than a sun-baked loaf of adobe mud coming around here after what happened.
Why, Smiley, you talk as if I had something to do with Johnny getting hurt.
You just ain't a whistling Dixie. You better make yourself scarce around that young'un, or this smoke pot'll go off with a loud bang, and you'll be too dead to hear it.
Miley, don't be silly. Put up that gun before I have to work on someone else.
This gun goes off, it won't be no job for you, Doc. It'll be a job for the new undertaker, and that's me.
I wanted to see how you were, Johnny, and to offer help.
Thank you. Johnny want to get message to Chief Running Wolf tomorrow.
If there's any messages to be taken, old Smiley Burnette will take 'em. Now, you skit-scat scoot vamoose out of here, and don't you come back, see?
Come on, Doc. Burnett's making me sick.
Stay right there. Come back here, you coward. Well, I told him off, didn't I? Now, just what was this message you wanted to get out here, Johnny?
It's your picture talk. Tell Running Wolf to start rounding up wild horses for John.
Say, that's a fine idea, getting them Injuns to rounding up the horses. How do I find this Chief Running Wolf?
After you get in Indian country, you make smoke signals. Chief find you.
I make smoke signals and Chief finds me.
You savvy.
Have the boys make sure he don't get to the Indians with Johnny's message.
They'll be waiting for him.
There he is now. That's all the boss is worried about. The sooner we put it out of its misery, the better.
up and reach.
Durango Kid. What's the matter, Durango? We ain't done nothing to you.
You men have been having your way too long around here. Tell your boss I'm moving in.
You'll find it ain't a very healthy climate.
I'll be the judge of that. Take off your boots.
What for?
Take them off. Throw them in that brush. Try that again and I'll shoot to kill. Now start walking.
Our feet'll be worn down to the knees before we hit town. If I ever get that Durango Kid in my gun sights, I'll blast his head off. Oh, pack your own freight, Wyatt. I got enough to do to watch my own step.
Durango! I want to thank you. Ring Eye, that's the disappearingest critter I ever saw. Well, we better go find Running Wolf for Johnny. Oh. I mean, how? I was just trying to signal you. I got a message for Chief Running Wolf from Johnny. I've got it right here. I'd be a darn fool for showing up in Indian country without it, wouldn't I? Get myself scalped, I bet you. Where is it? Oh, you know what I did with that? I used it to start this fire. But I know what the message is, really I do. I know what Johnny wants. Yeah, that is, if you're the right tribe.
Uncle, come in here.
What's up?
What happened to the men you sent to take care of Burnette?
I just left them over in the barber shop, soaking their feet.
Soaking their feet?
Yeah, they're in fine shape. Blisters, cactus thorns. You see, everything was going smooth, just like we'd planned. Then Durango showed up.
Durango? Durango setting in on this game is sort of forcing my hand. From the looks of things, Burnette was able to deliver Johnny's message. That means the scattered horses will be rounded up on time. Now, what we need is more time. Captain Barham has $15,000 of government money in the bank here. Now, if he were to lose that money, there'd be quite a delay before he could meet his end of the contract.
I'll see that the boys make up for the mistakes they made this morning.
Have them hit the bank at closing time. The clerk always has the safe open, then putting away the loose cash.
Right.
Hi, Smiley.
Hi there.
How you feeling, Johnny?
Me fine, Steve.
Good.
Say, you got here just in time, Steve. I was telling Johnny how I rescued the Durango Kid and saved his life.
You saved Durango's life?
Well, practically the same thing. He saved mine.
Same difference.
See, we had a knockdown, drag-out fight with about 50 or 60 outlaws, but I finally got my message through to Chief Running Water.
Chief Running Wolf.
Oh, well, sitting, running, standing, same engine.
Well, what was Chief Running Wolf's answer to Johnny's message?
Well, he allowed us how it was going to take him nearly a week to round up all them horses.
Not that long, huh? I'm afraid a week will give Grant Hanlon too much time to figure some way of crossing up Johnny's deal.
I don't think we got anything to worry about with Durango on our side. Say, Steve, I wished you could have seen the way that Durango took care of those no-goods of Hanlons.
Durango not real.
No?
No. Him great spirit of wind. Ride him devil horse. Kill all enemies.
See? What did I tell you? And you can bet that Durango will be watching every move those crooks make. You can bet there'll be no trouble with Durango on the job.
Smiley, you and Johnny may have something there. Anyway, I'm going to make sure Durango is on the job. See you later, partner.
Bye.
It's Durango.
If you had any money in that bank, Durango's got it now.
I had $15,000 in government money to buy horses with.
That is right.
Split up.
I'm not your superior officer, Captain. But I don't have to be a colonel in the Army to figure out you're not going to make a horse deal as long as you continue to do business with an Indian kid.
I didn't come here to listen to your sarcasm, Hanlon. You said you had a proposition to offer me.
That's right, I have. Tear up the contract you have in Johnny Masters' name. Write me one on the same term, and I'll deliver all the horses you need and wait 90 days for the cash.
That's very generous of you. But suppose I don't choose to make a deal with you.
Well, in that case, I'll have to do business with a certain officer who outranks you, Captain.
Who?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Yes, I would.
Durango.
Is your money back, Captain? Hanlon's men didn't quite get away with it. Now, if you're going over the captain's head for a contract, who are you dealing with?
You won't find out from me.
Bunko!
Split Rock. We'll listen to your proposition regarding new contract for purchase of horses Tuesday. Colonel W.S. Fawcett, Fort Stock. Did Durango tell you where he got this?
He took it from Grant Hanlon.
So it's Colonel Fawcett he's doing business with.
How will that affect your deal with Johnny, Captain?
Well, it won't if everything goes smoothly. But the Colonel is a tough man to make excuses to.
Then we'll have to see to it that we don't make any excuses. Tuesday. That's tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I'd better stick pretty close to Hanlon and see what he plans to do. Johnny, you take good care of the captain. See that he doesn't worry too much.
I will.
Now, let's see now, Johnny. Where were we in the story I was
You
telling you?
just told me about the brave warrior.
Oh, that's right. Now, this brave warrior died and went to the happy hunting ground.
I'll have the deal set with Colonel Fawcett first thing in the morning. Expect me back by noon on tomorrow's stage.
Okay. But what if those Indians round up the wild herds quicker than we expected?
Impossible. Deadline set for delivery of horses has been moved up to tomorrow night. Johnny's contract automatically expires at 6 o'clock. I made certain of that.
Taking that trip, Hanlon?
Yeah, I am. I think he overheard everything. Get Barstow to finish him off.
Right.
You got a match, partner?
Well, well, what have we here?
One of Hanlon's gun dummies.
Is he dead?
No.
Well, if he ain't dead, I can't use him. I'm an undertaker.
Smiley, you're out of the undertaking business right now. How soon do you think you can round up a bunch of wild horse wranglers?
Are we going after little Johnny's horses?
Right. And if we don't get 300 head in the government corrals by 6 o'clock tomorrow night, Johnny will lose that contract.
Well, the buckaroos will help. 6 o'clock tomorrow night?
Mm-hmm.
You can't do that. It's impossible. Them Indians won't have them horses half rounded up by then.
Anyway, you and the boys wait for the horses in Cyclone Canyon. I'm going to persuade those Indians to speed things up.
Fine. Oh, what a business.
I speak for Johnny. Bad white men steal much from Johnny if braves don't have wild horses in Cyclone Canyon. Noon tomorrow. Go, Macate.
Come.
Die.
Needs the help of your tribe. He must round up many wild horses by tomorrow to save them for little Johnny. Howdy, Johnny. How you doing?
Just fine, Steve.
What's the news?
Captain, I think Johnny's horses will be in the government corrals by sundown tomorrow.
Good work. That means that Johnny won't have to forfeit his contract after all. Where's Smiley? Oh, he left with the Buckaroos for the roundup. They ought to be making camp somewhere around Butte Valley by now.
I'd better ride out and tell them when to expect the herds. Sorry you can't ride with me, partner.
It makes me mad, Steve.
Yeah, it won't be long.
How about another story, Johnny?
No, you don't. What's the matter, Smiley?
Oh, that biscuit burner won't give me nothing to eat unless I earn it. How am I going to earn anything if I'm so hungry I can hardly stand up?
Why don't we sing for him? He likes cowboy songs.
If I sing, can I eat?
Yeah.
Hear the wind singing a cowboy song. See the sand go drifting along. Hear it wind through the pine trees. That's the wind singing a cowboy song. Listen close to the melody, like the strings on a ghost guitar. Whispers like sleepy mountain. That's the wind singing a cowboy song. Hear the wind singing a cowboy song. See the sand go drifting along. Hear it wind through the pine trees. That's the wind. That's the wind. Singing a cowboy song. Singing a cowboy song.
What's the matter? Wasn't it all right?
Oh, it was fine. Ooh, here.
A whole pie?
Yep.
Thanks.
Smiley. Hey, Smiley.
Hi there. Hey, have some pie.
No, thanks.
Where's the horses? We're ready for them.
The Indians are rounding them up now. You and the boys get over to Cyclone Canyon. They'll turn the herds over to you there.
Swell. How about handling those mug uglies?
Don't worry about them. I'll keep an eye on them. If we get those horses in the government corrals by 6 o'clock tomorrow night, Hanlon will lose out in every way.
We'll have them there. Sure you don't want any pie?
Come on, get started.
I'll get it. You done that on purpose.
Me? I didn't plant that tree.
It's 12:30, Hanlon. Why do you ask?
5.5 hours from now, you're going to be mighty sorry you didn't listen to me.
What do you mean?
Because at exactly 6 o'clock, a new contract for delivering horses to the Army will take effect. I just brought it back with Colonel Fawcett's signature on it.
Boss, I just came from Cyclone Canyon. The Indians have rounded up better than 300 head of horses and delivered them to the wranglers working for Steve and Johnny.
That means there's a good chance of them delivering the horses to Captain Barham before 6 o'clock. Get the men. We've got to stop them. There they are. horse through Little Neck Canyon. We'll hit him there.
Hold a minute, it's Durango.
We're riding right into a trap. Allen and his rustlers are figuring the scale of this herd at Little Neck Canyon.
Well, we can't turn them now, Durango. What'll we do?
There's only one thing to do. Cut ahead of this herd. Beat them to the canyon. Get Allen and his men. Let's go.
Take him.
Durango Kid. Let him have it. Let's get out of here.
You're making them break. Ain't that a pretty sight, Johnny? Them horses gonna make you a lot of money, son.
Thanks to my good friend Steve.
And I want to thank you for everything, too, Steve.
I'm glad I could help. I sure hope you get that promotion, Captain.
Thank you.
By the way, Hanlon's confessed to the murder of Bronc Masters.
Then it wasn't an accident.
I never thought it was.
Steve, I'm gonna show Johnny some fancy riding.
Not on Red Devil, I hope.